Alright, this is Gary Dean. I'm doing a little demonstration of, well, the Gary Dean wash method. I'm just doing this real fast. This is part of the training that I'm doing here in Connecticut today. I just wanted to run through real fast of how I do it and the speed and efficiency that this wash method can bring to the table, especially when you know exactly what you're doing. So if you just get started in doing this, it's going to take you a little bit longer than someone who has been doing it for a while. You need to make sure you get everything down pat, and then it's going to flow. Just going to be second nature. So I have already pre-soaked the panel, but what I'm going to do, Toby, just hold it on me and we'll go from there. The first thing in this deal is to get your waterless to get your rinseless wash solution. That's the infinite use detail juice diluted in a bucket with a bunch of pre-soaked microfiber towels. The second thing that I've done is I've already wrung out one clean towel. That's going to be my drying towel. Remember that microfibers work best when they're damp. They absorb the most water when they're damp. So I have wrung out one towel that was in that bucket of solution already. The other thing is to have a clean dry towel for the final buff. You want to pre-mix some solution in a spray bottle. This happens to be a pump sprayer, which makes things a lot easier. The volume that comes out of here is going to do a good job of soaking the surface and encapsulating the dirt, lifting it off the surface so that when you do use the rinseless portion, it's going to bring all that dirt, it's going to push it out of the way without rubbing into the paint, which is that's what we're going for, is not scratching the paint. So I've got my solution here, I've got my solution there, I've got my wash towel, my dry towel, my final buffing towel right here in my hand. The first thing to do on a dirty car is to pre-soak it with the infinite use detail juice, which we've already gotten started on this car, but I just wanted to show you the speed and efficiency someone can get that has experience in doing this. So you pre-soak, I like to do the whole front end. You set that to the side. That's the last part of that. You take your washing towel, fold it into fours. I like to use only 4 sides of every towel because after you've used four sides, there's not enough, it doesn't make me feel comfortable with the leftover lubricity. You need a little bit more water. Water and the juice, the combination is what is helping you not to scratch the paint. So we'll start in the center and we wash just like this. I'm not pushing into the paint, I'm just going back and forth. Now all of that is clean. I'll turn it over for the next panel, I'll do the fender. That now is dirty. What I would normally do is I would switch that around to a new side. Now I've got 2 more sides to deal with on the other side. In finishing this side, same thing, one way. You're not going in a swirl pattern because you put in circular scratches if there's anything there. Now, theoretically, this method should dramatically reduce any and all swirl marks that are possible. But going in one direction will definitely help aid in not installing circular scratches. Once this has taken off all of the majority of the water, that is to be wrung out. Any and all dirt that was left on the surface that was taken up by this towel should be washed away by the wringing out process. Then with all of this little bit of residue that's left, that is basically a spray wax or a detail spray. So the cool thing about that is you're leaving behind some quality polymer protection that lasts at least a week. So, and I'll say it now and I've said it again, if you have your car washed every single week with the infinite use detail juice, there's not a real need for a wax layer. But if you go longer than that, you definitely want to put on some wax or sealant protection. So this process is, just like I was saying, you buff out to a high shine. This is the speedy portion. Get this paint looking brand new, just like that. If there's any other streaks, that's gonna dry up. Normally you'd wipe it in and move right along. That's all you've got to do. If your towel that you're buffing with becomes wet, switch to a new side, or get a new towel. And you can see how fantastic that looks compared to the rest of the car. There's no denying that shine. Now, we haven't washed the rest of the car. I mean, the gloss, the depth that the Infinite Use Detail Juice leaves behind is fantastic. So not only are you getting quality washing with no marring, you're also getting good quality protection and depth, shine, gloss. All of that is enhanced with the Infinite Use Detail Juice. So you can check that out at premiumcustomdetailing.com and infiniteusedetailjuice.com. It speaks for itself. Fast, simple, effective, and fan-friggin-tastic.